Hi everyone, it's your girl AFY in the building. Welcome to my new channel, Inspired by Grace. Today we're going to be talking about married but single. But before we go into all that, I want to recap on what we did last week. We talked about betrayal, how people just deal with, some form of betrayal from either family, friends, close members of relatives and stuff. And how you can get yourself out of being betrayed. We also talked about how people get over getting betrayed by people, going into doing activities. I said the way I was able to deal with my betrayal was I joined salsa classes, I did aqua fitness, I did I just did everything really. I started volunteering for lots of companies and stuff. And yeah, it was tough, but we came through, and it was a battle, but we're here now. So obviously, I've been through it, and I'm here standing. Anyways, today, okay, what is married but living single? So it's explanatory. You're married, you go to the altar, you say I do, husband and wife. And then maybe along the line, either the husband or the wife. I mean, this applies to everyone, it can apply to both the man and the woman in a marriage. So it's not just about women only, okay? So you're married, yeah, but you're doing everything on your own, doctor's appointments, children's PTA meetings, just everything. You're always, parties for family members and stuff. You're just doing everything on your own. Every time anybody sees you, it's just you and either your kids or just you by yourself doing the shopping. It's just you. How do we, deal with this? How do we stop this from happening? What kind of advice do we give to our fellow, married friends or whatever? How to stop this from happening? Well, first of all, I think communication is the key. Because once you're able to talk about stuff, once you're able to communicate and say, oh, listen, I feel, I'm a bit pressured now, and, everything is getting on top of me or whatever. I think we need to do this 50-50. Gone are the days where men go to work and come back and the wife stays at home and does all the cooking, cleaning and whatever. No, women go to work now. 97% of women in this country work. Okay, even if it's part-time, whatever, 5 hours, whatever, they still work. So they go to work, they still come home, cook, clean, do whatever, And I think that marriage should be not equal, because obviously the husband is the head and the woman is the neck. That's what I think, So the husband has to try and help out. I know men that cook for the family, it's normal. My dad used to cook for me, and he's a barrister. Okay, so it's not like as if, because you're a man and you go to work and you've got a blue collar, job in the city, you're too big to go in the kitchen. Nah, You came into this marriage, yeah, with the intention of helping your partner. That's what it's about. That's why God created man and woman. So the man helps out, and the woman obviously is like, what's the word? The woman is a helper. She helps him to keep the home tidy. She also brings him some money, and sorts out the kids. And it's a union, where two people grow together, and then you see your kids grow. They go into school, they go to university. They themselves go off and get married. So at the end of the day, you're left with your husband or your wife, and in your old age, you're sitting down watching CNN, and talking about, the good old times or whatever. So I think married but living single is a big no-no. We need to try. We need to try and take it back to the old days, when, marriage was a partnership, where marriage was a thing of joy, was a thing of peace and unity and laughter and pleasure. Marriage shouldn't be like a prison sentence, where, you're unhappy, you're crying every day, you're depressed, and if you are, please get out, okay? Because there's only one life, all right? You can't be living depressed, and you say you're just staying for the sake of the children. No, what about you? You have a life as well. You have, a soul. You need to nourish your soul. You need to nourish your body. You need to look good, and you need to just try and be happy anyhow. And if that marriage is not making you happy, then you need to either communicate, come to a conclusion or an agreement, or you leave. don't cheat. I don't advise people on cheating because please, cheating is not good and there's consequences behind that. Okay, so my question is, where are the husbands? Where are the wives? Why is it that only one parent has to do everything? Why is it I see, especially in the mornings when parents are dropping their children to school, I see one parent, or in fact throughout the duration of the child's life in school. Why? Meanwhile, sometimes I admire some families, the husband and the wife, they drop off, even just one child, and they wake up in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, husband and wife are standing by the gate. That to me is, that's the most amazing thing I see all the time. But then it's very few. You see like one or two parents that bring their children to school together. But then 75% of parents that bring their children to school, it's just them, mostly women. And then when they drop off their child, they're running off to work. Why are husbands not helping? Why do some of the wives think it's okay for the man to do everything? No, it's not okay, because it has a way of affecting your mental stability if it as in the long run. So you might keep doing it and you think you're okay, but it's not okay because it's affecting your mental well-being. Okay, I talked about, taking your children on sports day, hospital appointments, that is just one parent doing everything. Okay, in my case, I always like to refer to me. In my case, I was the one doing everything, It's a bit personal. I'm not going to go in too deep, but then hospital appointments, and then I had a child who was in hospital and everything was on me. And then I had two other kids, who had school on as well. So I drop off the two in school and then rush off to the hospital appointment, and then drop him back in school and then rush off to work. I was like, oh my God, my partner's away and, where is my helper? And I'm sure I'm not the only person in this position. But what I would like to say is, don't give up hope. Don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that your partner is acting that way. If you communicate and it doesn't go anywhere, if it doesn't lead to, the expected end of what you want in your marriage, I would advise for you to, either come to an agreement of some sort. I'm not going to advise you what to do in your personal life. And also, what I want to talk about is about how we can get away from this married but single. First of all, I would suggest, before anyone goes into the union of marriage, it's always good for you to have a discussion with your partner. Find out what each other wants, okay? Because I wanted like a friendship marriage, where I'll be able to talk about anything and everything under the sun, I'm Aquarius, and I tell everybody that knows me knows, so I'm very playful and very joyous. I like smiling. People keep asking me, why are you smiling? Yeah, because that's what I like, and I'd like my partner to be the same as well. So before you go into the union of marriage, it is always good to find out exactly what each other wants, because there's some people, okay, fine, you want somebody who's quiet, who doesn't do anything, who's just there, that's okay. But I didn't want that. I want somebody who's joyous, happy-go-lucky, just exactly like me. So find out what you want for your marriage, and then come to an agreement. If anybody breaks that agreement, that is when you can say, okay, fine, this is it, I'm not having it, right? Okay, so don't make that mistake of going into a marriage where you'll be living single. It's not a good feeling, and I would never wish that on my enemy, to be honest. Okay, so I have a few questions from people. Let's take the first question. Okay, I have a few questions from some of my callers that I've been calling in. The first question is a caller. Okay, this caller is asking why men think it's okay for the women to do everything. Really and truly, this question should be for a man to answer. I think it's not okay for the woman to do everything. Neither is it okay for the woman or the man to do everything as well. I think, like I said before, it's a partnership. Yeah, communication is the key. We have to try and put our hands together. Come on now, we're raising kids. We're raising our future leaders of tomorrow. We're raising, men. We're raising kings and queens. Some men are adorable, some men are so nice, and some men are so good. But unfortunately, we have the other side of the spectrum as well. So where some men are so horrible. There was something I saw on Facebook. Was it Facebook? I don't even know. One video. No, it was a picture. There was a woman here. Her face was swollen, as in you couldn't even see her eyes. And then she had a little baby. She was breastfeeding. The baby couldn't be no more than 3 days old. And then I read a caption at the bottom of the page that said the husband was hungry, right? So because she didn't get food ready on time, he beat her to a stupor. As in her face was swollen, her lips were like, I was like, oh my God. So because she didn't provide food for the guy, he beat her in such a state. And this woman is a nursing mother with a 3-day-old baby. I'm like, really? Some men are horrible. And then I don't know why, men like that choose to even get married. You might as well stay in your mother's house, or you might as well become a bachelor and remain a bachelor forever. Because, if you're going to do that to a woman, then you shouldn't even exist. Because I know if you want to try it with another man, the man will beat the hell out of you and there's nothing you can do. So obviously, women are the weaker vessel. You men need to learn how to treat us like a baby, like an egg. And I always take example from my dad. He's a barrister, he's top international lawyer, he's whatever, yeah? But he treated my mom so well. She was like his baby. And they've been together over 40 years, Until today, he's still calling her Ekusiwani, my queen. I'm Igbo from the, Delta part of Nigeria, by the riverside. So, that's our dialect, the way you praise your wife, Ekusiwani, Akwete, Adagana, just lifting her up and giving her all these nice praises. So I wish more men were like my dad, even though my mom, she's a bit like a hot temper or whatever, but he just ignores her and treats her like a child. And that's what I want every man to do. Every man should learn how to treat his wife like a baby. That's your girl. Why do you want to treat your girl like a slave? Come on now, she's not your slave. That's your queen. Okay, if you nourish your girl up, if you give her, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to cost anything. Okay, love does not cost a thing. Alright, and if you don't love her, then let her go. I don't know why men treat their wives horrible, but if you are the man out there that's treating your wife horrible, please stop, okay? Because I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna find you. No, not really, but yeah. Please, let's all be nice to one another and try and learn to get along. I have some other questions and some other callers calling, but we don't really have much time. I'm gonna I'm gonna wrap this up for this week. So just to recap about what we talked about today, married but living single is not something that I would wish upon my enemy. I wish every marriage, a happy marriage, because it's a union and a partnership for life. The rate of divorce is so high these days, and it's not pleasing to me. It's just so unfortunate. When I look at my mom and dad, even my dad is 87, my mom is whatever, however, because she won't want the world to know how old she is. But they're still together over 40 years and they're still happy. Find a quarrel once in a while. They've raised 5 beautiful children. Myself, my sister, and my 3 brothers. And we're all doing well. We've given her 13 grandchildren. How many great grandchildren? And they're happy. And that's what I wanted for myself. And that's what I wish for everyone. And what I would say is just be happy. Live your life. Smile all the time. And always remember that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So join me again next week for our next topic, and this is going to be interesting. I might be having a special guest, who knows? Okay, and we're going to be talking about slay mamas. I don't even know what slay mamas is, but hey ho, I need you guys to call in with your questions. You can find me on Inspired by Grace on YouTube, RFYJAEGC. And then on my website is www.jcempire.co.uk. You can send me messages, call in, just let me know your thoughts. You can find me on Facebook as well, and it's called Ife's Thoughts. Okay, it's a new channel that I've started on Facebook. I'm going to be putting out all sorts of materials there, and I want this to be interactive and as interactive as possible. People are suffering and it needs to stop. Alright, so that's a wrap.